Okay. I don't know if you have microphone or recording sound also. There, yeah. So we have here, generally this is our cloud functionality. We have here on top on these tabs, we can see jobs, units, locations, and maintenance system. Yeah, we should talk about the maintenance system, but let's start first very shortly about this stuff. So if you have our DMS or MPC, you can export data directly to this cloud and see this data here. And this will be like similar to DMS. So here we have a job list. You can open the job. You can add new item like digital view from. It is very similar to DMS if you have DMS. Yeah. Do you know DMS? And this is not nothing about DMS, right? This is online part. DMS is same like was before. So see a chart view, you can select channels, very similar to this what is in DMS. You just select some channels, you can see this, yeah. And you can see it in real time, there is like maximum 2-3 seconds delay. So normally, if you there are a few ways to share the data with somebody. Let's say you are doing job for your customer and you want to share your data with this customer, with your customer. So, and you don't want to create here in settings, we have users. Maybe you don't want to create any account for the user because it's temporary. You want to share just one job, two jobs. So creating accounts here, it's not nice. Nobody likes this, right? So in DMS, I can show you this. If you run DMS, I start data reader. I start recording. I don't have any unit connected, so I have to select offline. New job start. So all I need to do is to click export to cloud here. You see? Missing settings for units. Okay, settings. I forgot to set it up. Event test. I have to set up for all units from my DMS setup what should be exported. And then let's say I can export only few channels to the cloud, from the channel list, or as I did here, all. Save changes, yes, okay. Done. And here you see one job password. With this one job password, I can generate the link here. We have a link. And if I open, how to open a new window, let's say I have another window here, and I use this link, you can generate it in DMS, and share this link with your customer. You open this in browser. Instead of email option to log in, we have one job password option. And he just click sign in. So you can do the same in two ways. One is just share the link with someone, and we see instead of the name on the right side, here is the one job password. And for this one job password, we see this job, what I'm exporting right now. Only this job, nothing else. So for this job, I have selected in DMS Blender and this events test. Yeah, I'm just introducing you to this cloud because one of this function we can use in maintenance system, This is why I'd like to show you this. So if we have, yeah, ask me if you don't understand something. Yes, yes. No, because there is no maintenance data. This is what I'm showing you right now. This is just the job data. So yeah, in real time. But what is an advantage in our system? You can export this way. Okay, I show you on this one job password here. It's nothing, not important for our meeting today at all. But this is how you can share the data with your customer, having already this license what you have. And okay, so I close. So this is only data from the unit itself. There is no maintenance specific data like activities or everything. Just only live data from the units, from the job. Yeah, this is what you record in data van, or if you have special hardware installed on the unit directly, you can export the data from the unit to this. So if you record with data van like this with DMS, you can export data this way, or if you have this special software, you can export, yeah, another way, very similar. And then you will see this data under units, and there here you will see list of all your units. It can be like all pumps, blenders, and everything, and you can see real data. It can be helpful for maintenance because there are channels like oil temperature or engine load or whatever, that can be helpful for maintenance. And why I'm telling you this now, next thing that the CAMMS is based on work hours, right? You have to update work hours, our time based, and we have the option to. So if you're using our cloud, if you're exporting job data to cloud or pump data to cloud with our MPC, so I show you the MPC. If you know this already, I don't know, but so this is our multi pump control system, right? Have you used this already? Yeah. Yeah. So we have multiple options. Now I use the simulator. We can control our pump, of course, BJ pumps, SNS pumps, Roligan pump, and Dragon Modbus pumps. So this pumps we can control from the software. Not only our pumps, not only Ghost pumps or Prime. It can be also BJ and SNS. And here we you can do everything what you need to do with the pump. Start engine, change gear, throttle, set throttle, and yeah, you just control these pumps remotely from data van using this software. Here you can control up to 32 pumps at a time. You can have up to four screens, and up to 32 pumps at a time. And what I want to show you here with our pumps, we record also, if you look here, engine running hours. You see, for engine, for transmission, and for pumps. And with this program, you also can export to cloud data. And again, the cloud one job password and share the data with somebody. Not important now. But what I want to say, you can export with this software from all pumps you have connected. But this is working only with our pumps because we are exporting in the data also work hours. Not everybody are doing this. So I don't know if SNS probably don't do this, BJ doesn't do this, or not sure now. So we don't have all these channels available for all other manufacturers. But for our goals with prime controls, then we have also this engine hours. That means if you are using this, you don't have to install anything special on the pumps, nothing. Just with this software, by operating during the jobs, you will export also the engine work hours. Close it, we don't need it anymore. Having this work hours online, we can use it in our maintenance system. And now we come to the point about maintenance system. So first, we can define, I'm logged in now in a TACROM account. There are some departments, some test departments, so not all data is here, correct, You can, they are learning the system, so they are also doing some test stuff here. And so, first of all, you can divide your company into departments. If you have multiple, what means departments here? This is just a group. You can group your assets into groups, I would say. Yeah, you can just divide it into fleets if you have more fleets. For example, you can say this is frac fleet 1, frac fleet 2. Are you doing frac jobs, fracking? Good. Mm-hmm. Coil tubing mostly, yeah. So no frac jobs. So probably you won't use the MPC, the multi-pump control, because this is for fracking mostly. But you can control also single pumps from the software, There is like, maybe I can show you. There you can have different views like this, or you can set it in this view, and look like and control just a one pump. Okay, doesn't matter, no? Just for your information. So you divide your company into departments. Then you can define some employees here. These are employees from all company, for all departments. You can assign them to some departments here, but yeah, they can be also working for all company, for all departments. Then you can define, yep, no, just everybody, the mechanicians, electricians. These are people that you can later assign to activities who should do what. The access to the system, maybe go one step back, in settings tab, you can now define and you can add as many people as you want to get access to this. And here we see the MMS manager option. So these guys have access to this, you see. You just add new user, username, email, and here is MMS manager. You select this, and this guy will have access to this MMS option. That's it. So you can create accounts for. This is the option for people who will use the MMS, I would say daily. Yeah, they will need to have access to this to see activities, to probably mark them as completed, or to play with the system. So this is normally this is like a one guy, the maintenance engineer guy, and then like 1, 2 guys that they are doing this maintenance. Yeah. So you don't need so many people like they have. They have a lot of people here. They not need that much normally. And here the employees are just other employees with access to the system or not. It's only for, I would say, for reporting, for reports. I will show you later where we use this account, this employees list. Then we have a part. Yeah, what is this? So for you can define your standard like filters, oils, or other parts, valves, whatever you use for doing maintenance, any of activity. And yeah, well, let me, yes, yes. Or if it is, yeah, or if this is the one air filter, but you have two providers, 2 manufacturers, or 3 for the same air filter, maybe here the name is not nice. There should be something more specific. So you can add then multiple definitions of this part. So it will be visible like a one part, but with 3 different manufacturers. You can buy it from 3 different shops. So you can choose one of these 3. All these 3 should be compatible and like the same part, but 3 manufacturers. Yeah, exactly. So this is, this was designed specially for like our use. We divide our goals company into smaller departments, I would say. So Tacrom, Ukraine, Tacrom services, our ghost and gears, and then we will able to move our assets from one department to another department, and each of these departments are using different parts. This Tacrom is located on Ukraine or Romania. They won't buy anything from Germany because they have everything there, cheaper or better or whatever, or they just like to use other stuff, not the same. So we have to have the multiple details for each part. Okay. Yeah. Then unassigned components. We come to this later. This is something like a stock, I would say. If you have your assets and each asset contains some components like engine, transmission, or whatever, injector or whatever, and sometimes you replace them with new one. And the old one you can put on the stock. Let's like here is to check or to repair or something, and later you can use them back. So you can keep track for even the uninstalled components, but it will be more clear later. So now, yeah, you have to create your own parts. There is no you will have everything empty. This is the biggest disadvantage, but these parts are all up to you. Nobody knows what the parts are you using, and we can't make a list for parts for you. You know. As I understood, Henning told me to create you, as Henning wrote us to create you new account, and you could even use it in Russian. We have 2 languages here. In Russian, because all these texts, are in Russian, and we don't combine KGT into our Ghost company. This is what I told you, that we make a one Ghost and splitting into departments, Stockholm, and because as I understand, you don't move. You are working separately, right? You don't move assets from KGT to Ghost or something like this. But very very rare, I would say, very rare. Or yeah, so you won't have access to already this what is here. You will have empty list. Yeah. I am now logged in Tacrom because they are using this, and I can show you something. There is some data. On Ghost account we don't have that much, but yeah, this one is the best account for this presentation. No. Okay, so let's switch to English back. And okay, this was company related stuff, departments, employers, parts, and assigned components. And below now we have departments. So there is a list of department, and I can switch between them. Let's say I choose Tactron Services, and here we have under this company assets. Asset list, they have many assets now, and yeah, how to define assets. So click Add Asset, Asset ID, description, like a blender, pump, manufacturer name, need or don't need, serial number, if you are using own one or not. And then this is what I told you, work hours. This is very important. We have three options: manual, dedicated, and parallel. Manual means that you will have to type the work hours manually in the system. So you'll have to go to the unit, read the counter value, write it down, and then write in the system manually. Dedicated is this what I explained you before. If you're using our cloud and you're exporting the data from Unix to cloud, we can use automatically our cloud here. So I can use from our cloud. You see, I can see here already some units. And for example, Blender, I don't know if this Blender has this channel. And I can select the work hours channel if this exists here. No, in this, not in this Blender. But this is the idea. If you have unit that is exporting work hours to cloud, you can use it here, and system will automatically update this every 10 minutes. Yes. Yes, we install it. Now we're working on a smaller device. We have already some pumps over the world using DMS. Standard DMS is a small PC closed in a box, configured this way that every time you start the unit, it starts recording and exporting data to cloud. So without any monitor, any screen, it's everything automatically. Or another way is just using the MPC software. The MPC software does this too, but if you start the job, if you start controlling pump, you can export to cloud and also have this data in the cloud. No. I activated it today. So you had this option disabled. Now, if you start exporting the data, even using DMS, you can export the data. But important is if you receive the data from the unit, from CTU or from them. In the CTU channel list, you must have the work hours channel there. DMS must receive the data from the unit to export to cloud. There are some limitations, but yeah. But anyway, you can always use the manual hour counter. That's the standard way, I would say. There we have also parallel hour counter, and the parallel one is many times it is for frac pumps. Many times they have more than one counter, one for engine, one for transmission, one for pump. And sometimes even for valves, they're using something for seats and valves, sometimes more counters. And if you export all of them, you can use any of them as a counter for the system. So I can use, let's say, parallel hour counter. Let's say I have only one counter for engine, but I'm using this also for transmission and for pump, the same counter. Why not? And if I do this, then I can even set up here offset, like 500 hours. Let's say you have new transmission on all old engine, and you set up as a work hour counter the engine. You can say, but the transmission is working 500 less than the engine. So let's set up here the work hours minus 500, yeah, and we'll see always 500 less for transmission. But it will count up, The engine will have like 1001, 1002, 1003, but transmission will show 501, 502, 503, and automatically update. Yeah, not that important now, but maybe for future that you know there is something like this. And then recommended spare parts. For this, we need the parts, the list of parts defined, because now we can choose only from this list what is there. So if you select some parts, yeah, from the list, you have them here. Then some user manuals, certificates, files. You can put here whatever you want. It can be, I don't know, even PDF with instruction how do maintenance or something if you like here, whatever you want. I don't want to, there can't be too big files and only some files. We have to protect our system to not upload, 1 gigabytes files or so. It will fuck up the system, in short time. But many files, small files, it's okay. Like PDFs, pictures, not the videos, but yeah, it's done. No, 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 it is very fast. It is working very fast. This is not the problem, the upload time, but we can't, we must make our server safe. That's for this. That's for this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are talking about this refreshing data here, quite slow because you see, we are working right now on it to make it faster. It's, to be honest, this is not the problem to make it faster. We are using very, very, very small server right now because we are paying monthly for this. And now I see we have to increase the resources for our server and it will work much faster. We are on the next days, it will be done. Right now we are working on this to make it working very fast. Uploading files is working fast. It is independent of this. They're talking about these views that it is a bit too slow. Yeah. So you see here Dacia GPU. Oh, let's say GPU 1. I don't save any changes what I am doing because I don't want to fuck up uh, their setup. I have account on their company, but I don't change anything. You know they are maintaining this, not me. So for, if you add asset like I showed you before, then you can go to the asset. Let's say this is the GPP one. If you could go to these dots, you can say add component. And add component, this is this. What if I click, I see here the list of components. So add component, and here you can see you can choose from unassigned components. So if you have something not assigned to any unit on the stock, you can use it now here. But let's do like create new and same like for asset. So ID, description, manufacturer name, serial number, model, if you know this, and then the same with parent, sorry, work hours. But here we have one more option. You can use the parent hour counter. What means parent? This is what we have defined before for the asset. So this is the most common way you set up for, I go to details now. If you set up for your asset for the GPPU manual hour counter or whatever else, you can use this main counter for all your components. This will be the most common thing. You set up it only one time here, and all these components, and they have like this, because you can see this here, all of these components that are here are using this counter. So we see copy of this there. Oh no, out there. Yeah, this one is manual, this is parent. All are parents. So yes, yes. Normally you use it everywhere because everywhere all activities you plan by work hours or by time. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. So, and then here, if it is like this, you change only the asset work hours number. Sorry, I don't do this now. And then you will see for all of these children that they have parent counter, they will take automatically this number. So you do this only in this one field, not in all fields. You know, if you do all manual, then you will have to update all of them. So what is very shitty here, right? If you have many assets and yeah, it's too much work. That's it. So yeah, but here they have manual, but in case that it would be not manual, but it would be like a dedicated hour counter from the cloud. So this one will be updated automatically. And that ones, all of them automatically will take the parent value. So all will be updated automatically. And here maybe this offset can be somehow useful, you know? Yeah. So they have here this components. This is up to customer, you know. Everyone can make groups. This is like a groups, the components. Like what? Yeah. And then next thing, the most important for maintenance are these activities. And activities, we can set up some activities for the whole group, for the main asset, I would say, or for each component separately. So as we can see here, they have six activities for this. It is wall thickness and pressure line, whatever it is, technical inspection, check track, engine service, insurance, a cardan shaft lubrication. They have this for whole asset because probably this activities cannot be assigned to any of these components. And then they have some activities like a fluid end. If I click here, I see for fluid end general check fluid end lubrication system. So how to add the activity? Add activity. Everywhere for all, if it is for asset or for component, it looks same here. So we can add an activity, I don't know, change seats. If it makes sense or not, it's another story, okay? Uh, then occurrence, single or recurrent. Single is only one-time activity. So for single, change seats, maybe, I don't know if it can maybe make sense, maybe not. This can be like, you know, something what occurs only one time. You can, yeah, it can be even, I can even add here already done activity, already completed. I won't say changed seats already or like this, you know, we do this already, we did it. It was single and it was repair, let's say, priority, I don't know, whatever, and then completed. So this is only for tracking that we did it. But standard way is to make a plan, to plan maintenance. So change seats, let's say recurrent, and now I set time. First time, let's say I want to do this in 2 weeks because it's time for this already. It's not brand new unit, you know, brand new asset. So it's time already in 2 weeks. And then you want to do this, let's say, every 1 year. And let's say notification, I want to have like a 20 days before notification about this. Yeah. And I can set up both this and let's say and work hours trigger for this. So now this have 6,900, and I know it must be about 7,000 first time, the next occurrence, and then let's say every 1,000 work hours. Yeah, this is recurrent, so we have to set this recurrence interval. This is how often this will come. Every 1,000 or this every year. Notification, maybe I don't want notification for this, let's say. Or I can, yes, yes. So mostly you use only this, or just like this, or in case it is this car service, then you do it every year, maybe like this and this. Or if this is something like our gears company, Christian, is renting stuff, and always when he gets equipment back from the customer, he has to make an inspection. He has to check if all good, and then he can rent it to another customer, right? So he doesn't know time or work hours. There is nothing like this. He does this on demand. So when he needs this, he does this. When customer brings equipment back, he does the stuff. Yeah, like inspection. Yeah, this would be. And so I think this is clear, right? And this. Let us finish this in this part, and then we go on left side. You see activities, and then will be there what you're asking for. So that this will be there. So this is triggers, and then here we have tasks, and you can add task. And this is very important. Not everybody are using this, but I think this is important because here you can use like change oil filter, uh, change fuel filter. Here you choose your parts too. Okay, I'm choosing, something not what makes no sense, but I should find oil filter, and this should have to be oil, engine oil, or something like this, yeah. And how much? Engine oil, this can be 1,000 liter, let's say, big engine. Uh, Oil filter, let there be two, a fuel filter one, yeah. And you can set this list. Additionally, here, similar to assets, you can also upload some PDFs. Here can be instruction how to do this stuff. You can make some manual, how to change filter, how to replace something in the files, and your own comments. Yeah. Also, once you save it, you close this, and now I show you something. So everywhere here we have assets. We are still on this page. We have these checkboxes on the right side, and I see they don't use recommended spare parts anywhere. I'm talking now about the recommended spare parts. It is not the parts in activities, what we had right now. This is the recommended spare parts in main asset definition here. If they select here, list of parts, let me maybe, no, I don't want to change them. Okay, if they would select for this any recommended spare parts, on the right side, you see export spare parts PDF, and down there below, we have a list of recommended spare parts. And normally here we would see list of all parts that are for this selected units, assets, you know? So let's say you do job in 2 weeks somewhere, few hundred kilometers away, and you wanna take this 5 units, okay, Ford, maybe your GPPU, you take, then you pay CTU, MPPU, and something else, yeah? You select these three and 2 units CTU and, yeah, I know, GPPU, these three. And you don't know, can be that you have to do maintenance there on the field. It's happening. You plan to stay there for longer than a month, let's say, maybe you need to do maintenance. And here, if you put as recommended spare parts your air filters, oil filters, or oil, or something like this as a spare part recommended, you can see the list below there, and you can just export the spare parts PDF list and say, give to someone, please pack all this stuff into car. We take this with us there to the field. So we have already the list of important parts already from here, you know. Okay, so let's go to these activities finally. And similar to this recommended spare parts, here, oh, this is what I'm talking about. It's loading too long now. But this will change next days. So, and similar to this, okay, now we see the activities. So for each asset, so here for frac pump 23, component pump driveline, bolts and flanges, retorque mounting bolts and flanges. You see, they have set up something like this. And here we see when it should be done, and we see the status overdue. The notification, it's not like an email. You don't get email automatically from this. Later, in scheduled reports, here you get emails, but we come to this point later. So I mean notification, it's something like this. It's up showing like upcoming. So if you set up, here we have 4 days, 500 hours. So if you set like 10 days before or 500 hours before, then it will be flagged here as upcoming because it's less than the 10 days before, yeah? So we see upcoming. No, no. The system is showing this. The software is doing this, yes. So normally if you add activities or are opened, but if the time to do, like here we have 13 days. So it looks like somebody set up for this like a 20 days before or so. And we are in this notification period. So this is why we see here upcoming, yeah? It's also opened, but already upcoming. Already more, the priority is more already higher than for this. So I go back to the first page. So here we see overdue. Overdue means that are already with minus. They should be already done if sometime before, yeah? Not done yet, yeah. So there is still time to this. So like in 68 hours, in 107 work hours, see? Or like here we have in 12 days. So here is trigger time and here is trigger work hours. We do not mix task with activities, so we call this activity list. And in each activity, if I click on it, no, this is only for, I have to go to details. So they don't have task, okay. They don't use this task anywhere. So this is, they don't maintain this correctly, you know. They have this. This is why it's loading slowly, you know. They have this number, 866. And so this is what you're saying, I think. So this is all this like a task to do, you know. But these are this stuff what you define in assets. So these activities, I mean, here we have like 1, 2, 3, and these 3 will occur in activities list. Yeah. So all these activities what we have here, then it's combined here in this list and sorted by time or work hours. So we see on front, on top, the overdue one, yeah, the most overdue, the most important, I would say. And then down there, opened, and in the end, we can see completed tasks. Uh, so very important, probably not for standard usage, like just maintenance planning. Okay, I forgot one thing. Uh, let's say you do this, you want to do this 5 tasks, yeah? This. And you can assign who should do this. For example, you have job for electrician, something for mechanician, they are separate working. So you can assign who should do. You don't have to, but you can. And for this, we have this employees list here. From this list. Yeah, you know, everybody who in settings who have access to the system will able to do this. Everybody who has access to the system can manage this and do this. But I show you later for what exactly it is, but it's a bit too early now. So let's say this form. No. He will see all of this here. But okay, we come to this point what you're asking. Yeah, we come to this. So I want to show you now. You select what you want to do, and you click export PDF. And then you get a PDF like this. They don't use tasks, so we don't see any task here. But okay, asset components, frac this, pump, driveline, U joints, slip joints, bearings, and estimated work, blah blah blah. And here will be the task list. What is to do? You have one activity. The next activity is MPPU, water heater. Then frac pump 23, something else to do. Yeah, and next and next. Each page, another like a task activity. If they don't use this task, this is bad. But if you use task, you see here nice task list, parts to replace, how many to replace, and then you print it out, you give it to someone, please do this, and the guy is taking your paper, going one by one, he see what the parts he needs for this, and he type and check. There is a check boxes. He just check, make a sign. Okay, this is done. This is done. This is done. I use this part. I use this part, and this number of parts. Like here we have. He can write some comments if there is something. He can sign out this and give it to you back, or to the maintenance engineer back, and the maintenance engineer is coming to the system here and goes now looking on this document and go here, mark as completed. And from this, okay, no task added, so we don't see this. So from this list, what he did, you mark here done, 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 and what the parts he changed, what he did. It all would be here. If there is nothing like this, you just click complete and done. And what happens if I click here on complete? This activity, this one, will be marked as completed. So will be gone from this list here on top. And automatically, if this is recurrent, new one will be created. If this is recurrent, that means, let's say, if every 1,000 work hours, the new one exactly like this will be created and to do in 1,000 work hours. Yeah. So now we go to the filter option. So in the filter option, we can filter by status. So we can just show, let me go through all of this. So this will explain, answer you a few questions already. If I do already overdue, apply, then I see only this, you see the red one, the overdue. And I can print out this list. Please do this because it's already overdue. Then I can say date range. So this what we have next 7 days to do, apply. So let's say every Monday you export from here data for next 7 days, and this week you plan when and how to do this. Yeah. So it will take from the list all activities for next 7 days. Yeah. We have some upcoming opened like this. Yeah. Oh, okay. Should overdue be there? Yeah. Okay. Uh, or what you asked, we can see completed, apply, but unfortunately they don't have any completed, I suppose. They do not maintain this correct. Ah, yes, they have some. Okay, then 570. So here you can see when it should be done and when they did it, when somebody did it, you see? When it was marked as completed. When you mark it as completed, you have to type when it was. So by what the work hours or and the date. Because you don't do this right after you do the maintenance. You do that after 3 days, 5 days. You can go to the system and you type everything in system. Yes, yes. Yeah. You know, everybody can cheat here and lie, but we are not able to protect this. We are, this is system for you, for your asset healthy. This is for you. If you maintain it correctly, you get value from this. If you maintain it incorrectly, or you have people who doesn't work properly, then you don't need the system. Or you don't need these people. This is something that is out of our. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we have already. There were, or maybe this is a good point that you talk about. We had already request. I write this idea down, and we come back to this in future 100%. So mark highlight maybe completely. Mm. Yeah. But as you said, if they want to hide it, they will write always correct time, even if they did it weeks ago, or 2 weeks later, or 3 weeks too late. They will type correct values there to hide it. That they were too late. So for this case, we have already one request to make a more detailed the rights system, so the accounts settings, and we can set up who can mark as completed. Maybe not everybody. Maybe there will be only one maintenance manager, and he will do this. So we'll have But then you have to assign a person that will take care about this and and do it correctly, but only he has rights for this. So it is like a supervisor, I would say, kind of. And yeah. Okay, so what else here? Let's say I don't know if you need this, but sometimes I know there are companies that they require to get list of activities that you do. If you do service for other company, sometimes they require to have a list of activities of your assets that they don't break down during the job, right? So let's say you need the completed ones, date range. So let's say this year asset, and we say is there an MVP 8 apply. So we see now list of completed activities for MPPU 8 with dates. Export PDF, and you can give it to the customer. 31. Yeah. Yeah, but why takes too long now? And we are working on this performance right now, and I'm noting down where we should focus on. Okay, this. Then I show you already under assets. If you click on them, below you will see the recommended spare parts list for assets. This is something that you can plan to take with you to the field for incoming maintenance. Yeah. And here in activities, if you do the same stuff, you click on them, then you will see below activities part list. So if you, for each activity, they don't do this. For each activity, if you make a list of tasks to do, change oil filter, air filter, oil, and you select parts there from your list, what you have here, the parts list, you will see down there the list of these parts for you selected items. Let's say you plan to do maintenance this week for this 4. You said for this 5, only for this 5, not for all, you don't have so much time, let's say. You select them. Below you see a list of parts, and here right side export activities parts PDF. Yeah. And you will see the list of parts what you need only for this 5 activities, not for the asset. You can specify for your asset many of recommended spare parts, but for these activities you need only some of them, not all. So you will export the list for only maintenance what is incoming for these items. And what else is here? I want to show you. Asini. Well, if you let me reset filters. So the default view is like incoming. On top, the most important activities. On bottom, less important, yeah, or later to do. So if you you want to make a plan, you have some few people responsible for doing this stuff, yeah, these tasks. Then you set up, let's say this guy, Paul, must do this task. Paul this, then Adam this, then John this. Yeah. If you do something like this, then you can filter this list by assignee, So I say by this one, is there any? No. But if you do this, you will see list only for this guy. That means you have a list of activities to this guy who export PDF and give him this PDF. And there is only list what he has to do. Only by one is here, but you can give the list to guys if the two are working together. And why I'm showing you all this filter list? Because the last option is scheduled reports. Here you can add automatic emails. So let me go add scheduled report. So name, and let's say I want to have one, or like I have here the suggestion to do this week. Frequently, how often I want to get email? Weekly, every week. Thursday will be the next week at 8 o'clock a.m. Yeah, morning. So every week on Monday I will get email, and what will be in this email? So here we have same filter like I showed you before. So let's say I want to have all overdue, upcoming, and opened for next 7 days, right? This is to do this week, I would say. So for next 7 days, overdue, upcoming, and opened. All this. I don't want to see completed or something else. Only this, what is to do this time. So I click save. Okay. Who gets the email? And let's say me. Yeah. Adam Czech. And goes welcome. And who else? It can be Mike. Yeah. And goes welcome. Yeah. So these guys will get this email. Yeah. Yeah, that's enters. Nothing special here. So you add your recipients, as many you want, and they will get this email. You can go step forward like this. And to do this week for Adam, I can say Asinik here. Okay, there is not Adam on this list. Yeah. I select Adam. Here. So this filter, we already filtered the task list only for Adam. And Adam will get email. Yeah. Let's say done this month. Another, this can be, you can schedule many reports. I'm doing this now, done this month. So monthly, and let's say it will be always Thursday, and the Thursday to me completed last month because I selected first day. Yeah, so last month, yeah, for all. So I will get every month like a summary of all activities done this month. If you need any for documentation purposes, if you need any reports like this, you can print out or and keep somewhere if you need. Yeah. So you see, there is a lot of option to get emails. It's only like a one option, but there is a lot of option playing with these filters. You can set many, many, many notifications for this. So yeah, email looks like. Okay, wait a second. MMS. I have here an MMS report. I hate the Outlook. I have disabled this, but I am getting some still. Let me find it, This month, T support goes minimum. Uh, ah, okay. I'm having them. No, this is old one. Why I don't see this? DMS, wait. I would like to find it. It's looking nice, but like to find it and show you because how it looks like. You get email, and this in this email there is a table, and then you have on top overdue and list of these activities that are overdue and with timing, and then upcoming and opened. Easy table, easy that you see all grouped in one email. Uh, I man, it's looking really nice, but why I can't find it? Did I delete them? Okay, 15 minutes. Mm, here's Amazon. Okay, I don't know. I had some groups there and I did, but I don't see these groups anymore. What happened to them? Huh, funny. I had I know, auto forwarding these emails to group, but why I don't see these groups anymore? And they change something? Hackers? No. Yeah. So you do have now account and access to this. So you can start playing with this. And yeah. So this mm, so this is up to you now. And then you go to settings. You see this because you are administrator and you can add new users here. Don't forget to select the MMS manager option here. You don't have to care about all the rest, just this one option. Username, email, that's it. Any email. Any email. This is up to you, yeah. This can be everybody. So you are managing your account, not us. Not an app, not yet, and I don't know if No, no offline access for now. It's only this. So you can go with your phone to this, but to be honest, it's not very nice to play with all these fields. There is so many fields to entry, so you have to have big phone with big screen to be able to manage this, you know. This is why we didn't start with this even yet, because you need big screen for this. It's hard to manage on the phone. But all this functionality is working on the phone, you know. You can see chart, the job on the phone, everything is working, but uh, you know what? It's not working. We had this discussion already a few years ago, and we tried to do this. It is impossible. You know why? First of all, let's say we go as a manufacturer, we have a maintenance plan. We give the maintenance plan to everybody in documentation. We could put this maintenance plan here, but nobody does maintenance exactly like we suggest this. There is a lot of stuff that is just visual inspection before every run or so. We will have to insert a lot of stuff there. So every user anyway will cut some of them. Then we can't specify any parts because everybody buys different parts from different providers, not the ones we say. Then engines. We are buying engines from Caterpillar, let's say, and Caterpillars don't give you even same engines, but from time to time they change like oil, they change like filters. Sometimes there are two filters, oil filters, sometimes one filter. It always changing, you know. And there is very often we really don't know if we get engine with one or two filters because this is just another model looking same, the same power, the same everything, but different build, you know. Then you can't use if you want to use for oil. We cannot specify which oil you should use because there are different oils for Egypt and for Siberia. That there, where it's one minus 20 degrees, you have to use another oils. So you know there was already so many problems. We couldn't do this. We tried. We what maybe we can do just the main structure. No, we tried. Never work. So here is Russian, and what is the difference? You can in Russian you can use even the naming all the activities and everything in Russian, you know. So all labels, everything you see here is in Russian. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, not all translated maybe, but if you tell me what is missing to translate, then we do this. We can add this. Yes. Uh, yeah, this is how it looks like in Russian. Then even can be some changes. The guys from Ukraine are doing this, so their Russian is not perfect one, but yeah, yeah. They are doing no, they are working on this. You know, guys from Ukraine is programming this. You know, is working for us. There is no Ukraine. The programmer, the guy is coming from Ukraine. He's working for us, and he's designing this and programming this cloud functionality. You know, his company actually, not him alone. Yeah, yeah. There is no other way. First, you have to add department, minimum one. You can always rename it. You can always change everything. So you cannot fuck up anything here. You know. Then you start adding assets, and you will see you need some parts. Then okay, you go to part, add this part if you need, and you will see step by step that what you need. You know. And please report me. Are you using any other softwares like this? Cer- cer- they are using Cerberus X. I forgot already. The software what they are using. Acrom. Acrom is using LSman. LSman, this one you mean? Oh, okay. I think Acrom Services is using LSman. It's very similar to this, I would say, to our ones. Yeah. Yeah. And please do not wait. Ask me if you have any questions, if something is wrong, and very and it will be very good if you send me your ideas and comments if you something to add to what is missing. Yeah, you write my email and you write there. You get a ticket for free. uh, yeah, it's funny. I hate it. I hate it, but that's the word nowadays. This is how they do money.